This is about the new flood insurance.
Call the meeting to order.
There's 2 more copies. Just
I love coffee.
I'll get some more made. I got them in the office. If you want some after the meeting or after we talk about this part, get copies for everybody. I didn't realize we were still having problems with MediaCom here, so I had to run back home and put it on the drive and bring it back.
Mayor Waterman,
Here.
Trustee Comodino. Here. Trustee Boggs.
Here.
Trustee Davis.
Here.
Trustee Hinkleman is absent. Trustee Krugman.
Present?
Trustee Valigier.
Here.
We have quorum. The clerk is here, the treasurer is here, and Attorney Graham Lee is here.
All right. Okay. Minutes from our March 13th meeting. That was a rescheduled meeting, not a special meeting. Everybody got a chance to look them over?
Motion to accept the minutes.
It's gonna start affecting you. We're gonna move the lines again.
2014 meeting. Oh, that's not good.
Motion by Steve Valigier, second by, anybody have a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you.
Davis, for the second.
The world's in trouble.
You see it in a minute?
Thanks, sit down. Didn't know we didn't have internet over here right now, so. Someone tried to use it, had to go back.
Do we have a shredder here?
That's the other thing, we have a county on the board, we don't do that.
Got a chance to read them, Sherry?
Yep.
All right. All in favor to accept the minutes?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Abstain.
Yeah, one abstain. Yep, you wasn't here. Okay. And that passed. Treasurer's report. What do you like in Sam's?
All the things, paper towels and little
We gotta stop that.
clear stuff. Yes.
What's going on with the, state hygiene laboratory bill?
We don't have a bill from them.
That was taken care of, that was spoke about last month's meeting. We don't have it.
We don't have a bill from
No.
them.
Where do you
That
where do you
bill-
see
That's not
that?
our bill.
Oh, that's in your mailbox from 2 or 3 meetings ago. That's been taken care of. We don't have a bill.
So
Oh, I
who's
think that
paying
was
that?
last month.
We don't, doesn't matter who's paying. It was never our bill to begin with, so it's been, they would now have to pursue the
Did-
person who they,
So the former mayor has something to do with that then?
the former mayor had something to do with it.
Jimmy, do you know what's going on with this bill?
Let's go on with the meeting, this ain't on
Yeah,
the
that's,
agenda.
not on the
that-
agenda.
that's not on the agenda. That's not on the agenda.
This
We're
has
not
been
talking
spoke
about
about
that
it 2
bill.
or 3 other meetings, it's been
Well,
resolved.
I asked
Well,
what it was about, I
she
wanted
just
to know
like
what
for
it's
me to
about.
explain the reason
I
you
don't know what
guys
it
got
is.
it.
Down, Jimmy.
No, Jim, you're out of order. Sit down, sit down,
She asked me to speak.
sit down. You're out of order. That is not on the agenda, and we're not talking about it. It was on last month's agenda, it's been taken care of.
Well, it says.
It's
31, so
taken
it's
care of.
on it.
If you read the whole package, you'll see it says 0 owed, 0 due, 0 0.
$670.
Read on. If the other page is up there for you, we'll have the.
We are on this month's treasurer's report.
Exactly.
That is what we are on right now. Not
I
last
just
month's
asked a
treasurer's
simple
report. We're
question.
on this month's treasurer's report.
It's okay. I just asked a simple question.
Yes, you got an answer.
No, I didn't get an answer, but thank you.
That's good enough. That's all you're gonna get.
You want to talk about shut 'em up.
Hmm?
If you don't want to talk about it, shut 'em up.
Yeah, just be quiet.
This is policy here now.
So, Dawn bought supplies for cleaning, I assume, and the Sam's Club supplies is for $80.
I bought the cleaning supplies and Dawn, which one are you on?
Well, it's your page, this one says Sam's Club, Sam's.
Yeah, I
Supply
bought
for
a
Home.
whole bunch of supplies, I was going there, and I got all the paper towels and bulk and, yeah.
And then Dawn must have found something else that she needed, or she bought prior to Dawn, and she just bought whatever.
She had bought paper towels too, yeah, so, we're good.
Yeah, that's
We'll
good
do that.
job.
Good job.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But on the agenda.
Is, all your hours turned in for snow plowing now, Gary?
Yeah.
Guess it's the last of them then?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're all caught up? Yeah, good. Yes, we are.
While we're on money, we're gonna need some more car wash tokens. We just wanna get another 5 like we did the last this year.
What are they? How much are they?
Can't,
Depends
I
on how
forget.
many you buy, and
Yeah.
the more you buy, the cheaper they get. It's like 10 for.
Excuse me, could you guys talk a little louder so I can hear? I've got my earrings all the way up and I still can hear.
We use the last of the tokens clean up the tractor then?
No, the last one was today, salt.
Oh. Oh, you get rid of it, the rest of the salt? You took it back over and got rid of it?
It's gone.
Yeah, I saw you have a truck.
Okay, I gotta get, oh, that's something else I need. Financial, I'll get a hold of Bob Gramley here now that my leg's better, and, see what we're gonna, so next month's agenda will have a salt bill, or next financial. Probably gonna be a couple $100 with two loads of it, so. But I'll get a hold of him and. So, me and
If
Ken.
you're speaking about financials, can I interrupt and say that
No, you can't
We have-
interrupt.
I have a bill with you people that is,
Shut your mouth,
Substantial.
or you'll be removed from
You
the
don't
meeting.
have a bill with us.
yes, I do,
There you go.
yes, I do. The mayor ordered.
Is he
me
on
to
the
take that.
agenda?
He's no longer the mayor.
Well, he was at the time when he ordered it.
Did you bring this to the board? Did the board vote on that for you, Art?
Well, it's supposed to be here on the agenda, I thought, right?
No, it's
Why-
not.
Why did you think it was gonna be
Well,
on the
It's
agenda?
supposed to be, I mean, why is it not?
According to who? Why was it supposed to be on the agenda?
Well, according to Jim, he asked.
Jim's not the mayor.
Did you?
Jim called me and said he wanted to put something on the
Well,
agenda.
Steve, I
Never called back
understand
and
why you
said
wouldn't
what.
want it on the agenda, why you
No.
wouldn't want the results, both of you.
Oh, no, I want it.
But I'm just warning you, that it's gonna come against the city heavy if I don't get this bill.
Shut your mouth when you're in this
Really?
You
meeting.
shut your mouth, big fat
Or
boy.
you'll be
Hey,
You shut your
hey,
mouth, boy.
hey, that's enough.
I got the results from Iowa City that is gonna give you a hard way to go. You don't wanna know the results. You know what? You dumped a bunch of chromium down here by the
Is
boat
that what
launch,
you guys
by the
added to your
playground.
test?
And you don't wanna hear about it in your public meeting? You don't wanna hear what you did to this
Did
community?
you call the mayor or our
Do you
clerk and
have-
ask him to put put on today's
You
agenda.
want the results?
Did
You
you
called them acting
ask?
like you were the city clerk
I never
to get the
called
results.
anybody.
And then when you
No.
found out you
Oh,
could
no.
get them,
The city clerk.
You're accusing me of something, you better have
Hey!
it black and white, buddy.
well.
Do I have to call the police here?
We'll see. Why don't you call the police? Because I'll tell you what, I am going to do something about this down here, what you dumped down there, bro.
Do it.
You dumped a bunch of chromium down here, which is a cancer-causing agent.
Is that
You've
what
dumped
you
a
guys
bunch of
added?
concrete
Is
in
that
the
what you
river.
added?
by-
Hey, hey!
You know what?
Hey!
You know, come here, listen
Ow.
to this. You know, I'm
Get out.
gonna.
Somebody wanna make a motion, have him removed?
You have to remove him, we don't have to, you got all, you got
I'll
the power
make a
here, tell
motion
him
to
to
have
go.
him removed from the meeting.
Do I have a second on that?
Absolutely.
All right,
We're
well,
not
I'll
gonna
get
stay
back with
interrupted.
attorneys,
Go ahead.
and you'll see.
Did you
Big
call
boy,
our
big
mayor
boy.
and ask me to put
Big
on the
boy,
agenda
but you
tonight?
should all know, what is in your community, he dumped 100,000 pounds of chromium down here is what he did. It's not even asphalt, by Iowa City standards, it doesn't even test as asphalt. It's a tar derivative, look at it, it's got tar paper in it. And it has a high content of chromium in it. You know, he said I saw your little video where you told the Boy Scout that you would
Somebody
take the
call-
heat for this.
Hey,
The heat
out!
is here, bro.
Oh my
The heat is
God.
here.
Call
The heat is
911.
here. The heat is here. Mislead that Boy Scout like you did
Call the cops.
and make him think that you can dump that chromium shit that Miller wouldn't even put in the highway down here in this community. Call him. You think I care? You know what you've done to this community? What he's done, what you're accepting? You're accepting pollution that is a cancer-causing agent to the tune of 100,000 pounds dumped on your
We're
river
gonna
shores
recess
by
this
a
now.
playground.
Yeah, let's go.
Recess to the police car.
Yeah.
Bring him.
Bring
Bring him on.
Police officer down
Bring
there,
him on.
Norris from our room, he's.
Look what they did to the Green River. Look up our website, recent photos. They swore that they had removed all improper materials. They cut railroad spikes
We're gonna
and
talk.
rebar to sharp edges sticking out 6
You
inches
can't
long.
hear me because this guy's screaming.
That's a
Call it meeting back to normal, say it. 6:50?
Yeah.
Happy with the results there, Karen? I see what you're up to now.
Johnny, you wanna take a new roll call? Let's get past all that. Johnny, take a new
I
roll
was
call.
just curious about if it was, our road or not.
Mayor Waterman,
I'm here.
trustee Comedina,
Here.
trustee Boggs,
Here.
trustee Davis,
Here.
trustee Hinkleman is still absent, trustee Comedina, or I'm sorry, Krugman,
Present.
and trustee Valier.
Yes.
I believe you're on the financial report.
Right. Okay. On today's financial report. See anything else other than we had the Sam's bill that Lisa explained, we stocked up on some domestic product.
And the bills for the plowing are all in, you still will be receiving a bill for the salt, is what you were saying earlier,
Yes,
so it really interrupted.
Yeah, I believe we're probably gonna run it right around $200.
Okay.
I'll know and have that for next meeting.
And we used up the last of the car wash tokens to clean up the truck due to the salt for the winter, so we need to allot some money for car wash tokens, correct?
You don't know how much you are though.
I can't remember what it was.
Like I said, when I buy them, depends, the more you buy,
$5 a piece, I think.
or if you buy,
You get 10 minutes or something on a token.
where do you wash it?
Yeah, it's the more, Halstead's there.
You buy 7-Elevens? Who's covered going on over?
You know,
Or
one,
by where the old Smokies
Little
was?
Smokies.
Okay, so I don't know, I haven't bought it from him for a while. Probably need about $30, will give us about
Yeah.
6 or 8 tokens, I suppose. That's what I pay at the other place, I get $30, I get 8 tokens.
We want to allot $30 in tokens,
I'll just get 5 from her and
whatever they are.
get a bill.
Okay.
You want to talk to her?
You wanna talk to with me?
I can.
You want to take 2 minutes? to
Yeah.
talk to them real quick?
Yeah, we have to. Yes. Hi, I'm good. I had a character here named Art Norris that created quite a lot of this. Yeah. He personally threatened me to. Personal threats to me.
Very nice, they run a good board meeting. We gave me information on that, top tier to start with. But you didn't know you were gonna go crank that shit on you.
And anything else would be nice.
Well, we might get this concluded sometime tonight. Maybe.
Good thing except the DVR.
Yeah, right.
You ain't got the hopper?
No hopper.
That's all I need.
You ever see coyotes up there, your place, Rusty? Yeah. You hear them over in the quarry, like, do you? Yeah, I see them cutting across that field behind my house a lot. Well, we've been seeing a lot of deer around in the front pasture, around the pond. Oh, is that right? Working on that berm, yeah. Have you seen one that, even if it's spooked, it still won't go up? I've seen that one a couple of times. It's
Can't
like
say I really noticed that.
either you got a car injury or some kind of injury, but even if it's spooked, the tail won't go up.
Really?
It just kind of, it does this, you know. It's kind of odd.
Last fall, Tammy and I were walking, and it was night, and we were down here, and there was a big buck. He had a full rack on him. He was just strutting around downtown
Is it
here,
over a period
like
of 4 years?
he owned the place.
I got a picture. Let me tell
Oh, did you see him?
I'll send you
I
a
can
picture.
recognize
He has a big full
Right,
rack
until
on him.
it
He's a big
hits.
boy.
It was in
Already.
Farming
That's
Awesome.
all I know.
Lisa took that picture of him.
Yeah, like, looks like him.
And if you look, he's been shot at once before, head high, so it didn't really hurt him too bad. But yeah, I saw him one time.
What's it gonna affect the most? Anybody that's selling.
He was supposed to
That's what's gonna
re-
affect it.
mapped
The EPA
it,
is
I set a
but they
couple
still
of
haven't
traps
sent
back.
anything
Push-
here
push
in
down
regards to
on
that.
on the building.
Me too,
Hole.
because see,
Because
that was
they-
gonna
they
be
might
that.
It punches together.
Right,
At all. What do you call it, exercise?
and it's never.
But I just got,
So it should be
something
represented.
from,
All
from
the-
my phone.
I wouldn't think that.
He was looking at his.
Even digitally.
I had on his front legs in the track.
It's like the Hennepin Canal.
There's.
Green River.
Like, I just got my
Right,
picture.
I don't-
right.
Anybody that isn't homestead.
I haven't gotten.
There's an automatic go up. So anybody that tries to
And he
2012,
got stuck.
floodplain, there's automatically a
Especially when I pay it.
Mine's not gonna move.
Wait around for him or what?
It's like
Then
that.
I had mine at
500.
Yeah,
05.
we got
I
it.
don't cover.
Anybody that
We
bought
had a lot of
since
trouble with
2012.
foxes too.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, I
No,
killed,
they cover you at 50,000.
3 of them.
They're automatically
And I-
55% increase.
I got
What's gonna happen is now, if you go to sell, like I was gonna sell my house,
Skunks have been.
And we're
now,
Last,
whoever wants it,
Memorial
would be
Day.
up, subject to the full prices.
We
and
just
no
put some
subsidies.
new chicks that were big enough to go out into the barn.
Mm.
3 or 4 times more than I am. The flood insurance, so that's gonna make my home harder
One
to
time
sell.
I've used flood insurance.
And-
like-
So anybody wants to sell
In the
now,
hay
it's
room,
gonna take a
and
reduced
have
price
hay
for the
sitting
home,
on
because
some
there are
pallets, you
people,
know.
potential buyers,
This skunk
are
had
gonna
got
be
17
hours
hours
of
of
flood
checks.
insurance that they're not gonna be able to
Underneath
afford.
that, he was gonna,
And I hope the flood insurance is supposed to be prices
That's
that's
when
wrong. It was done.
Yeah, Richard, you're also gonna, when I renewed mine,
in there.
it said, oh, by the way, where's your elevation certificate? I said, what?
Breaks on
I
the right.
have never had one, so now I get to pay $375 for an elevation certificate before they'll even give me a quote.
Yeah.
Well, anybody that's
Potential rate.
lets theirs lapse, the way I understood it, since 2012. Now you have to have elevation certificates also. If you've had it prior to 2012 and it has not had it lapse anywhere in between, your grandfather's in. I believe it's that elevation certificate, and you still get the subsidy. Or at least this area.
And I don't know how that's gonna work, because, you know, if you're just gonna.
What seems so unfair is that the total flood insurance amount is way high, and the claims, ever since different communities have been in the program, is low. Total insurance.
There's so many new places that are getting flooded now because of the dams diking off the Walmart.
Walking up there.
They've been doing that to people downstream.
Delicate situation,
People
isn't it?
above all that. What they're doing essentially is taking their repayment into an aqueduct. There's no place for water to go. They turn them into an aqueduct. Well, feeds upstream, you got a flood.
That makes a world of difference. You get swamped when you take the wind.
Yeah, we're on constantly fighting violence up there.
All right. Well, if I had a chance, look good financial.
I make a motion that we accept the financials as they are.
We have a second. Sure, you're making a motion to accept the financials. Steve has seconded. Everybody in favor of the financials being accepted? Aye? Aye. Any nays? All right, we're past that part. All right. All right. Greg, do you have anything to report
The
today?
only thing I can report is that I received a letter from Terry Patton concerning the rescheduled meeting. I did prepare what I thought was an appropriate answer to it, however, and I think in your paperwork you have copies of it. The mayor took it upon himself to rewrite the reply that was gonna go to the office of Terry, and he did a fine job on it. He also included copies of some discs that show what occurred during the time alleged the secret meeting was going on, which I believe will clarify any problem on that. I have yet to receive any answer from Terry regarding the reply we made, so I can't tell you what his response will be at this time, but as soon as I hear something, I'll certainly let everybody know. That's all I had right now.
I believe that same thing was turned into PAC council, PAC office, and we have received anything from the PAC office. So we do, we don't have to argue that. You want that for right now. Anybody got anything under old business they want to bring off the table?
Discuss culverts a little bit. Was able to finally get into culverts with the snow melted. We got 2 culverts that are badly in need of replacement. One on Main, one on top of the hill on High Street. I would say by next meeting, we should, anybody that knows anybody that does that type of work, I bring in some bids for replacing them 2 culverts. I think that the city should buy the culverts, since we're tax exempt on that, at a price. I've got prices for culverts, so if anybody gets a bid, it would just be to tear out, removal, and put in the new culvert. They wouldn't have to buy the culverts. Well, they're 40, they'll come in 2 sections, one's 45 foot, one's 41. Long Hill is 41 foot. The one down here on Main is 45 feet long. It's only a 12-inch down here on Main, it's actually a 2-footer up on the hill. But I really believe that we can drop that down to a 15 or 18. Save a lot of money.
The one down here on Broadway should be a bigger one, and we probably should bring it up.
I guess you see that, you ever see water build
No,
up?
not really.
I don't think it carries.
Even to have plugged it, it's like, I never see it come up there. Under the wet cracks. I see what they have.
We can go up to a 15-inch on that if you wanted to. We could go much bigger because there's not gonna be much road on top of the culvert. Because the ditches in the road.
You went to a 15, it makes it easier to clean them out.
Should never have to clean them out. About $100 more to go up. Well, if anybody wants to give you bids, we should have my next board meeting so we can get this done. Because if we had talked about asphalt and main, that's a project that has to be done.
If we're gonna do that, we need to get started on it.
And money for these culverts should come out of MFT funds as well as the road work.
What's a 40-foot culvert?
Depending on the size, 2 footers, $659. 12-inch for down here is $290. If we get out of that 2-footer, get down to the 15-inch or 18-inch, we save a lot more.
Is the decrease not gonna act as damming up of it, it's gonna be plenty big for the, none of my business, but.
No, you're right.
I've seen that happen in so many communities. Not gonna be a problem. Good.
It's up there now, it's water. All it takes is a heavy truck to go through there.
Is the roof starting to cave in?
It's got a crack all the way across the top, and there's a hole, just like down there. The bottom is rotted out on the hills, it's starting to roll up. So,
If a resident has a, culvert, just still live to buy it.
Village to put it in and see what we can do. I know that's like the home.
that's typical.
We've got a couple places on Main Street there where, we put water pipe in, record, cameras, and,
It's what happened down here.
it's starting to go bad. So we're not going to do different one. One of them had the culvert on one end, but he's got like a 6-foot extension of the water pipe on the other end of his pipe. So it makes a dam. So when the rest of people on Main Street, water will drain into the other ends. I'm curious who's responsibility of that.
And also this culvert down on Main on the bottom side has a little concrete structure. Which we have to remove it. So I would suggest anybody, know anybody get some bids on replacing the 2 culverts.
You don't think we're that good?
Two different bills for two different
We're trying to get a couple, and just go with whatever we get next month.
Yeah, I'd like to see us have at least 3. Does the law require us to have 3 bids?
I'm sorry.
Does the law require us to have 3 bids on things like that?
How much is it?
I don't know.
Not gonna be a whole lot.
Gonna go over 10 grand?
No.
No. 2/3 vote of the council. All you need.
Don't have to.
Don't have to go for bid.
If it's over a certain dollar amount, then you have to.
I think, yeah. It's 30,000, I call it. I know it was, 10 used to be, but it got raised, but I don't know what.
We can wait, I guess, till next month on ordering culverts and as soon as we find out who's gonna do it. A couple days is all we need.
They're usually pretty good about it. The Is there anything else in the old business that wants to bring up? Yeah, put all that in the okay, let's move to new business. Anyone fire, or police contract? Yeah, or police contract. We didn't sign an ordinance with them before.
Yeah, we never have. I don't
Yeah,
know why
Blatchett
we-
was
We
our
never got-
attorney then, and it never got done.
We never got it back from them.
Polachek, Blatchett. And there was never one that signed.
Well, Chief Bogart signed it, and had it sent to Polashek, our attorney, and then where it went from there, we don't know. And it's never been returned to us, so it was all done and finished, it just needed to get sent back to us, so she sent it to them, and
Yeah, hopefully we got signed.
I had a meeting with her about that, and she said that that's the last she knew of it, so her file's still an open file on it, waiting for it to come back. So, obviously.
We'll get a new one.
we're gonna have- Yeah, it's been how long now? Well over a year.
Has everybody gone over this thing?
This is the same one that was in our packet last month, last before, right, yeah, yeah, we've seen all this.
You probably can't advise us on this, because you got the conflict of interest.
No, not really. I can advise you, you don't have to listen.
Since we've already been doing this for about a year and a half or longer without a contract, I suppose this contract needs to have the couple of blanks filled in and signed and put into motion.
I just wanna understand why they have to have a contract.
I think the reason, I think that they like to, it's an intergovernmental agreement for providing it, they call for it. And so plus, it helps them in their budgeting if they know what they're gonna have. It's in written.
Yeah.
It also gives you rights to say, hey, you're supposed to give us this if they aren't doing it. Can't say, I don't understand what's going on.
If you don't think they're patrolling your neighborhood 3 times a day like they're supposed to, you can go to their bill, go to them
They
and
don't patrol
file a
3 times
report
a
to.
day.
But they do, I see them all the time. But you have the right to go and ask for that, and they have to give you their log of who patrolled it, when they patrolled it, and what time of days, and all the activity. And any interaction they had with anyone in the village, they have to keep log.
3 times a day, once one went that way, once when they came back, there's 2 of them right there.
Yeah, Henry County set the boat ramp down there for an hour Saturday.
Yeah, had a nice conversation with Scott. He was finishing up all this paperwork from a previous mess that he was involved in.
And it does state right in here too that this covers animal control,
Mm-hmm.
murder enforcement, so, that's good.
Hold on,
Big smoke.
I gotta go home.
Yeah, does anybody wanna make a motion to accept this ordinance?
Yep, I'd make a motion, we accept this ordinance, get it filled out and get it put in motion,
Okay.
get it legal.
Yeah, we have a second from Dan Boggs. And since this involves money, I guess you better take a roll call, Shanna?
Absolutely. Trustee Balaguer,
Yes.
trustee Krugman,
Yes.
trustee Davis,
Yes.
trustee Boggs,
Yes.
trustee Comedina,
Yes.
and motion is carried.
Was there supposed to be something number 6 here, Shanna, or is it?
No.
That was just in case, huh?
I don't know whether trustee Krugman passed this stuff on the homeowners, flood insurance thing out, but that first half of the front page pretty much tells the whole story. I thought,
Pretty much.
very good for you to do that, because in this community, it's kind of important.
Yeah.
But if you've got to copy it or whatever, the first half
If
of the front
anybody
page.
wants a copy of this and you didn't get one, come and grab me, I'll get you one. Basically, what I can tell you to do is call your own insurance, your insurer, whoever your insurance agent is, and ask them what is going on with your specific house, because I know what this says, and this is what, and this is just an outline, and this is on the internet available to everybody. Obama signed this last Wednesday. But I know that I just got a phone call from my insurance agent informing me that they were gonna be sending me a bill for $840 to bring me up to date, and I said, oh, no, you're not. So, they cannot, if our houses will be built, if your house was built prior, FEMA was instilled as an agency in 1975. If your house was built prior to 1975, they can only raise your rate 18% this year, only 18%. If they're trying to do anything other than that to you, or they've already raised you at 200%, like a couple of neighbors that I've talked to, they have to reimburse that back to you. I don't know who we talked to start pushing to enforce this, but the majority of the insurance agents I've talked to this week, and I've talked to 5, they don't even know how to interpret this or what they're supposed to be doing yet. And as we speak, FEMA is pushing those boundaries out again. They're not done pushing those boundaries out. So, I would say, I know Mrs. Quillen was here at last month's meeting, wanting some information. Previously, she was not in the floodplain. I think she is now.
Well, you gotta realize, I mean, speaking economically wise, if they can make it go further, they got more people paying into the pot.
Exactly.
That's
It's all about
more of that than
money.
the
FEMA has
fact
dug
that they're
themselves
really worried about being flooded, probably.
has dug themselves a multi-billion-dollar hole, and they want all of us to pay to bring it out. Now, the only thing I can tell you is if you do not have a mortgage on your house, if you own your house free and clear, you do not have to carry flood insurance. And your homeowners, people are gonna try to tell you you do not. If you own your house free and clear, you can say, forget it FEMA, forget it flood insurance, I'll take my chances. And I'm working hard to pay my own mortgage off as fast as I can.
But there's no improvements on your house either. You can't do any improvements on your house if you are in a floodplain. That's my understanding.
No, you can, but it's just a certain percentage. And again, you need to talk to whoever you got your insurances with and whoever they have speak on their behalf for FEMA and the flood insurance, because you're gonna get different answers everywhere you go. You gotta go with who you're comfortable with. But,
They need to talk to
I don't know, probably. I'm trying to find out as much as I can, as fast as I can, because it affects me too, because now I'm getting told I'm getting a bill for $840, and I'm like, that's not 18%, that's not even, that's like 140%. So, I don't know. I know this is what Obama signed, this is where it was supposed to go, and again, it depends on what point your house was built. And right now, FEMA's still moving the lines, they're still drawing new lines on the map. And they don't have to be, they got 8 more months to finish drawing those lines, and then they're supposed to not be able to move them again for X amount of years, but right now, they're moving the lines. And I would say anybody who thinks you're on the outside of that line better be, even you, Taryn, you better wait and see where that line's drawn, because they're pushing right back to the edge of the hill here.
They did tell me on my conversation with them that if they were gonna change boundaries down here, they were gonna notify us, and they haven't notified us yet.
They don't have to know, they got 8 more months to
Right.
put, to
As
put
of
the
this,
final,
as
put
of
their
right
final
now,
stamp on it, and that's what, then they have to start
right, as of
notifying
right now,
us.
they haven't changed any lines down here.
They're not finished, no.
But yeah, as she said, they're probably not finished.
You know, they got a lot of other areas that are working harder, and the big high dollar houses is where they're
Right.
working, pushing the lines out faster, because they're gonna get more
Sure.
money from them.
You need something?
No doubt.
Okay.
Yeah, I received a notice from,
Mhm. It's nice.
yeah,
I like it. I like it a lot.
oh, okay. Well, then,
I just got one other question.
I had the money
It's,
to buy and burn it.
there isn't much more we can say about flood insurance right this time, and this,
Not really. I mean, everybody, I think pretty much everybody in this room has flood insurance, like I said, unless you own your home and you decide to not carry it. Call your insurance agent and have a long hard talk with them and see where they lead you, but.
and your insurance company's gonna notify you too, if there's gonna be a change.
Yeah.
I got a bill from well, I didn't actually get a bill, I got a statement from mine wanted me to show proof that I lived in my residence more than 50% of the time. And they want a copy of my voter's registration and my driver's license, you know, or two of four different things that I use for ID. And that gets me into the homestead. And I've been there since '05, I haven't let mine lapse, and mine's not gonna change this year. That's what my statement said. Went to my insurance man, he said the same thing, all we gotta do is send this in to him, yours will not change. I still get, the subsidized. Mine's still getting subsidized because mine has not lapsed. Anybody that's bought since 2012, they're in trouble.
They got us good.
Yeah, anybody that wants to sell,
And you'll have to do,
The
did
new
you already
owners are
do
gonna
an
be in
elevation
trouble.
certification? And Mike, you mentioned something in your email, I just glanced at it real quick when I was at home, I saw it.
Right,
Why do you have to get an elevation certification?
yeah, all right, mine did lapse.
Oh, because yours
That's the
lapsed.
insurance company screwed up, but
Okay.
mine did lapse,
Okay.
and I've gotta have an elevation certificate.
Well, let me tell you right now, I know you mentioned a price on that.
Right.
If you can get it for that price, jump on it, because
Oh,
I
yeah.
just did another one for a gal in Kelowna who's selling a house, it was $610.
Oh, God, yeah, no,
So if you can get
yeah,
it for that price, and if you would mind sharing with me the name of that
Yeah,
person,
no,
I'll
but-
pass that on to friends, because
yeah, no,
that's
by all, yes.
a lot less than what she's
Yeah,
about
no,
to
it's
get.
$375, yeah, I don't mind sharing that,
Okay.
and yes, I will get you that name of the name of the guy,
All
yes,
right.
I will. Because he is, yeah, he's a certified
And I
engineer.
know,
That's
another,
what you
another
gotta
company
have,
in
so-
Moline that's doing some of the ones on, South Shore Drive, he's getting $840 a certification.
Oh, God, yeah,
That's
now,
what he's
this-
charging.
words to the wise to everybody out there, if you've got flood insurance and you don't own your home, don't let it lapse.
Yeah, well, as I said, this is the insurance company did that to me, we're gonna be talking about that too. And Sherry, this guy is semi-retired, so I don't know how many, you know,
Yeah.
but I know he's doing them now, so
Yeah.
I'll get you the
Okay.
name.
Well, there's some guy, over here, Level Acres or something, somebody was telling me there's a guy in Level Acres that does them or something?
We got ours done in Kelowna.
Okay.
There's a guy in Kelowna that.
Oh, maybe it's
does-
Kelowna.
300.
300.
Yeah,
But we called one day, he's up the next, so it didn't take long.
yeah, well, that's a good price,
Yeah.
because there's several others out there, they're getting $600-800 to do these certifications, and, yeah.
Not aware of
You
that.
know, and then-
Okay, all right, let's move on to the next item. Did you wanna talk about that property owner, Steve? Or just get that?
Can I make a motion to move that to next month's agenda? Or is this something you need to do, is this something that needs moved on?
Motion to close, unless somebody's got
Is there anything from the public? Anybody have anything you wanna say, comment on?
I do. I wanted to talk about, my neighbor is Comedina. And I thought that it was gonna be on your agenda today. I can attest that she hasn't lived there since August of last year. I'd like to know why she's still on the board. Actually, I'd like you to kick her off.
Well, I guess, Rusty, I can tell you right now that she's still on the board because we, are trying to give her an opportunity to explain her absence and give us a timeline of when she is gonna come back, but I can tell you that legally, this board she should have resigned. She should have been honest when she left her residency here and let the board know that she was moving and that she didn't know at what point she was ever gonna move back, and she should have probably done the honorable thing and resigned, but she's chosen not to do that. By the state statutes, she shouldn't be collecting pay and she shouldn't be sitting on the board. We'll have to have a hearing on that, and so far, I guess, we've had other things to take care of, and we've been reluctant to push it any further, and she was absent at the last meeting. We were gonna speak with her some more on it, and she was absent at the last meeting also. Do you have anything you wanted to say about that, Terry? Okay. Do you have a guideline yet for this board of when you think you may move back to your home?
I'm not speaking about it at all
Okay.
with you. I've already spoke my, at that one meeting.
Mhm.
You can probably play it on YouTube and re-listen to it if you want to hear it.
I was here. I heard it.
We've been
Heard
watching
all
her,
your vulgar comments loud and clear, Taryn.
we've been watching her move out too over the course of the months
Yeah.
also.
All I can say is I know if our mayor had moved out last August and was living with his girlfriend in Kelowna, this whole town would be screaming to have his resignation now, wouldn't they?
You got a girlfriend?
I guess. Excuse me, I look right at your wife.
I said if that, hypothetically, if. Or if I was spending the night with,
Well, it'll be on YouTube.
well,
Well,
you forward your mail out of the community that you represent, you no longer represent the community because you're no longer a resident of the community. So she's refusing to honorably resign, so I guess we'll have to take it to the next step. And that's gonna require some of the village's dollars to have a hearing on it. Take it to court and have a hearing and have a judge decide, is she legal here or is she not?
I did have a couple other things that I'd like to ask about too. I thought they were also gonna be on the agenda, but, she's not a very good neighbor, and, I've got a problem of her not mowing her lawn very often, and then she shoots it into my driveway. And, my driveway is, I got a 20-foot easement, and it's down to, 10 foot of rock because her lawn is growing over into it. And I was wondering if there was anything that you folks can do to encourage her to not do that. And then also, her walnut tree was growing into my easement of my driveway and dragging on the top of my truck when I come home. And I had asked her a year before if I could cut it. And she said that she had to ask her boyfriend, which was 2 or 3 before she's the one now.
That's a lie.
And I never heard from her. And I cut it on my own property,
Criminal
and
trespassing.
I got arrested.
Criminal damage to my
But
property.
the state's attorney didn't do anything about it because it was nonsense.
It was a civil matter.
But, you know, as far as,
Pretty bad representation.
They actually
Yeah.
arrested you for that, Rusty?
pardon?
They actually, the
Yeah.
Florida police
He
actually?
had a
Yeah, this big fat one right here did.
It's all on video camera.
If it's hanging over.
And it
on
was
shouldn't
not
say it.
rubbing against your truck. It's all on video camera, and that man arrested you right there.
Illinois law.
Was not
says-
scraping
Well, I'll tell you what,
your
somebody
Didn't
should
go
have
very-
over my property.
Yeah, it was.
I'll trim
It was not. I got it on video, buddy.
You know what? You know you don't. I don't see how anybody
It's
would
fine.
really wanna
You just don't like
believe
me,
you
it's okay.
because
It's
we've
okay.
already proved to the whole community that you lie.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rusty. If you don't like
You are
it,
sorry.
why don't you leave?
Otherwise, the rest of it's civil.
Ain't gonna happen.
And I'm not leaving either.
Rusty,
So
Oh,
you're
that's a
stuck
horrible
with me.
thing here.
Rusty, my suggestion would be that, to hire an attorney
I do.
and push, because, you know, it's a shared lane, and the person who owns the front part of the lane is responsible for keeping the upkeep on that and keeping easy access for you to assess your property. And if she's
Yeah.
not doing that, you need to get an attorney
I've
and,
been plowing the snow. I figure you owe me $600 for the last 3 years you lived there to help maintain that driveway.
Okay, sure, Rusty.
Nope, I won't get that either, will
well,
I?
yes, you will. If you take it to court, you absolutely will. The judge will see that on
I'm
your
working on
side.
it.
She has to keep that lane clear for you to get in and out of your property. She absolutely does. She has to
You don't know what you're
maintain that
talking
lane.
about. You don't even know the easement laws on that.
Really? Excuse me,
funny.
I'm a realtor, this is what I do every day for people.
I've never seen you sell a
I
house.
invite you
Well,
guys to
I
live
guess you
next to
come
you
and
and
get
see how
your
you
nose up my
like
ass
it.
and follow me around town some more, honey.
Oh, my.
Hey, Steve,
Wow.
where you at? Where you at, dude?
What
Bad
representation?
closer.
Oh,
Yeah.
do I have a second? Hey, we got a second. All in favor, say aye.
What a bunch of nuts.